stores
I
where
would
they have
too.
platters, yeah, but on the
Yes.
stores where they have platters, you can go there and go right
Yes.
over to a party.
Yes.
So, not that you have to do that every day, but I would highly recommend it during the holidays. Bringing in a separate container,
Even
it's going to help you drive your
there's a
sales.
container that's this big, this wide, and it's 3 compartments. And you do things
Who
like
did that?
I did.
Oh, you did. I thought you said a retailer did
No,
that.
there's retailers who have it. Okay,
Oh, wow.
We introduced it to them
Yeah.
and say, you know, it's common sense.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And they say, well, it's easy for us to just use the container that we're using behind the counter. Okay, so we don't have to another SKU to order another plastic container. I said, take what you just said. Okay, it's all about the customer.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I mean, I know you guys for a lot of years. I think you always stand behind your products.
Thank you.
However, you didn't win the tasting that Harry, and I think it was Mike Corsello was with us. I can't remember if it was Robert or Mike Corsello. I
On
think
the
it was.
olives, you mean?
Yeah, when we had the tasting, you guys failed miserably.
What do you
The
think?
other guy came in second. When we had a tasting,
Way back. Well, when
a
Mike
year
Costello-
ago. Was it
Who's
Mike
Mike?
or
Mike
maybe 2
Costello used
years?
to be in the deli. He
Oh, the
was-
big guy.
The
He was
director.
Rob's guy. Rob before Rob.
Yeah, he
Remember?
was the
You
director.
remember.
I think
remember
it was
the
Mike. I
obnoxious
couldn't
guy.
remember who was at the time. But the 3 of it, we had a blind tasting. Blind. And you were last. And I don't
Oh, okay.
understand
I remember.
Well,
what happened at that, other than the
Jeff-
fact that you
Jeffrey
were
said
last.
It was the end of the season, and it was
Right.
basically it was the
You
end
never
of the
know.
Well, why did Delalo's pass?
season.
You never know what
And
happened.
Well, let's
Yeah,
just-
here's the product. You tasted it. Would,
This is
do you
this is
remember?
the quality in the store. That will be in the stores. You're
Absolutely.
gonna have specs to this that'll be in the stores,
Absolutely. You
and you
know,
will stand behind your spec.
we, Weiss Supermarkets, who's a
Yes.
close neighbor, okay, just did this with every olive company, okay? From Costella to Delalo to Crinos to Davina, okay? And us. They did blind cuttings, okay? They did the executive board, then they opened it up to everybody in the office, okay? We blew everybody out of the water. Everybody, okay? And this had nothing to do with marketing, it was olives to olives. Now keep in mind,
Well,
sizing is a big factor.
size isn't a big
You
factor.
know,
Delalo's got a big look to their program.
Oh.
They've got a very high quality. You know, then they have. I mean, to be honest with you, they won the cutting.
let's put it this
So
way.
at that point, and then matching the cost and the support that you would have, I get 100% support when it comes to anything that's needed
Have
for
we
the
ever
olive
disappointed you?
No,
Okay.
I don't want it
Can
included
I
in my
ask
in my
you-
80
Has
cents.
B&A?
I don't want anything that I've asked for
Can I ask you
included
this
in my
question?
accrual.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm very familiar with Delalo. I think they're great at what they
Mhm.
do. I've seen all of their point of sale material. Matter of fact, I've been inspired by many things, and it's helped me even try and take it to the next level.
Right.
So I've always been familiar with what Delalo presents, but I've also gone out there and see what Delalo delivers in the stores.
And if you're saying that their quality of what they deliver is different than what.
I can say that from my experience, even doing my due diligence before we came today, like I have a ton of pictures even, I don't know if I have it on this phone, I might. I'm even surprised that it's their product in there because I know what they're capable of, but it's what they deliver.
You saw it delivered. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's why specs are
that's what I'm
important.
saying. Are you
On that
happy?
note, okay.
That's why specs are important, and that's something that I will require
One
before we
key
launch.
thing here that I can promise you, nobody will give this to you. I will guarantee your prices for 1 year, 100%.
Well, it would. That's the other thing I was going to say to you.
Let me tell you something. Everybody, there's shortages, okay, all over the places, and I think I mentioned it to you. Delalo's raising their prices with a lot of retailers.
Not with me. Not with me.
Just
So
in writing. Tell them.
I will tell you right now.
Now, Weiss did not make this change because they like Eddie, or they like me, or they like Patty,
I
okay?
haven't met them yet.
They made this because their business is not doing this, it's been doing this for the last few years, okay? Their sales have decreased, okay? And they continue to raise their retail at store level, okay? and it's scaring the customers away. And we keep saying to them, do your blends, do your mixes, okay? Get to your price points, get to your margin.
I like the way you're doing that, and I really do. And I think that needs to be explained to me, how we're gonna get the blends
You're gonna,
on
With your
the olive
staple-
bars that I
That's why I
have.
keep going back to, you gotta have your staples, you like it, you gotta have your love it with the trios.
Mhm.
And the trios are also going to help you increase your
But I
profit
wanna
margins,
see
and
what
then
my
your-
margin is on a
Yeah.
specific bar in a specific store. So, like Mount Kisco, I
Okay.
can sell this every day of the week. I can't sell this down in South Jersey. I can't sell this in Harlem and the Bronx. I got certain things that I can and cannot do.
Okay,
So I want to see what the profit's going to be on a bar where I can really, expand this
where
type
you
of
could
a
drive
program.
sales.
Or I
at the same
can't
time.
utilize it. What's my cost? What's my margin? How I'm going to maintain that? And that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, and I will provide that information to you. Do you have a basic schematic to where you can
Yes.
say, if you can
Kevin's got
provide me that schematic,
I can do that.
then I will give you your margins back and recommendations to fill the bar.
Yeah, we know how many stores have how many pans and all that stuff.
Okay, and is it broken down by geographical locations, like, so that way I know what
It's
areas
by
you
store,
want?
so
By store.
just
By store,
bounce-
then, okay, so
We could
then,
do that.
okay, great.
so we can just bounce that up against the
But
geographical
then the other
area.
ones,
And-
the
and-
pre-pack's very important.
So that will tell me how profitable I'm going to be in a Mount Kisco,
Absolutely.
and what's the minimum I need for Harlem or
Let's put it this
South
way.
Jersey.
if you set the plan, okay, and they have to live by that plan, you know what your margin is,
Exactly.
okay? And what
Exactly.
the mix is. If they go above and beyond where, I don't know, if they could order whatever they want, then you're gonna be mixed up.
Mhm.
But
And then going forward, to maintain and properly help us at store level, what do you have that you can provide to us, the assistance at store level, to go out there and constantly, day in and day out, and I hate to say this, but here it is, holiday week, Easter week, peak season for olives right now. Are you doing a blitz? Are you going out to the stores? Are you looking at the pans? Are you
No,
making
we're
sure
here.
that we have, not you, but are you going
Do
to
we have,
go out there and make sure that my stores
Yeah.
are in stock on the items by planogram, by store of this item, or are they out of stock?
You know-
Listen, we could.
You know what I
we
mean?
could- we
Things
could
like
re-
that.
We could report all that to you, Joyce, but somebody's gotta do something with the information. And I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at operations. I can give you all that information, but if I'm gonna go through all that expense and all that work, somebody's gotta execute it. and do
Well,
something.
it will be funneled through this building because everybody has an accountability, and that's some of the things that the new regime
Good.
is looking to do.
Good. We could do
Hold
that.
everybody
We
accountable.
could do that for you every time we walk into a store.
But if